Cardi B is getting dragged online after her latest tour performance, and the internet is spiraling because this isn't just about music anymore. This has turned into a full-blown debate about parenting, expectations, and what people thought they were signing up for versus what they actually got. Because according to what's being said, some parents allegedly left her show shocked, claiming they had to cover their kids' eyes mid-performance because they didn't expect the level of explicit energy Cardi brought to the stage. And that right there is what kicked off this entire conversation. Now, let's be real for a second. This is Cardi B we're talking about. Her brand has never been subtle. It's loud, it's bold, it's unapologetic. So the fact that people are acting surprised is what's really confusing a lot of fans right now. But what fans notice next is where things really get interesting. The internet didn't just react, it split into two very loud sides. On one side, you've got critics saying concerts are starting to feel like something completely different. One person straight up said, "Concerts are now porn shows. SMH. Hopefully it wasn't any young ones in the audience." That comment alone sparked thousands of replies. Then you've got parents saying they regret buying tickets, claiming they didn't realize the show would be that explicit. Some even said they had to physically block their kids from seeing parts of the performance, which just added fuel to the fire. But then the other side came in, and they came in strong. Fans immediately started calling out the parents instead. One comment that's been circulating said, "They already know how Cardi B gets down, so they did not have to bring their kids to the show, but they did anyway." And honestly, that's where the accountability conversation starts shifting. Because now it's not just about Cardi B's performance, it's about audience responsibility. And that's a conversation the industry machinery doesn't always want to have. Because let's break it down. Cardi B didn't suddenly change her brand overnight. She didn't wake up and decide to shock people out of nowhere. Her entire career has been built on being expressive, unfiltered, and pushing boundaries. That's literally what made her stand out in the first place. So when people say they were surprised, fans are looking at that sideways. But the best moments doesn't end there, because look at what happened next. Some fans actually defended her in a completely different way. One person wrote, "I stay in my tax bracket and root for those that work hard to maintain them coins, and she looked better than all of y'all talking shit, so there's that." And that comment hit a nerve because now the conversation isn't just about the performance, it's about judgment. Who gets to decide what's too much, and why does that standard always seem to shift depending on who's on stage? Then another fan added, "Damn Cardi B, that's my girl. I have no words for this performance right here. You did great." Showing that for some people, the performance wasn't shocking at all. It was exactly what they came to see. And that right there is the disconnect. Because you've got one group expecting a toned-down version of Cardi B, maybe because she's a mother now, maybe because her life has evolved. And then you've got another group saying, "No, this is who she's always been, and that's why we support her." And let's talk about that expectation for a second. There's this idea that once a celebrity becomes a parent, they're supposed to completely shift their image, tone it down, be more appropriate. But Cardi has never really played by those rules. She's been very open about being both a mother and an entertainer, and she doesn't seem interested in merging those two roles into something watered down. And if this situation proves anything, it's that not everybody is comfortable with that. But what fans noticed next added another layer to this entire situation. Some people actually praised her as a mother despite the performance. One comment said, "She is an amazing mom. I thought she would changed up with having her kids." And that's interesting because it shows that people are separating her personal life from her stage persona. They're saying she can be a great parent and still perform like this. And that's a conversation that doesn't happen enough in celebrity culture. Because the industry loves to box people in. You're either this or you're that. You're either a good example or you're too much. There's rarely space for complexity. But Cardi B lives in that complexity. She's a mother, she's an entertainer, she's a businesswoman, and she's someone who built her career by being exactly who she is, not by fitting into what people expect her to be. So now the real question becomes, who's responsible here? Is it the artist for staying true to their brand, or is it the audience for not doing their research before showing up? Because at the end of the day, concerts are experiences, and every artist curates their experience differently. Some are family-friendly, some are not. And Cardi B has never marketed herself as anything other than what she is. So when people say they were shocked, fans are responding with, why? Why would you expect something different from an artist who has consistently shown you exactly who she is? And that's where the accountability conversation lands. Because this isn't just about one performance. This is about expectations versus reality in the entertainment industry. It's about how people consume content, how they interpret it, and how quickly they react when it doesn't match what they imagined. And right now, the internet is choosing sides. Some are calling Cardi B out, saying she should be more mindful of mixed audiences. Others are defending her, saying it's not her job to adjust her art for people who didn't understand what they were buying into. And honestly, both sides are loud, but only one side aligns with the reality of how branding works, because Cardi B's brand has always been clear. So now I've got to ask you, do you think Cardi B went too far with her performance, or do you think the backlash is coming from people who ignored the kind of artist she's always been? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more breakdowns on celebrity drama, industry moments, and what's really happening behind the scenes, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel.